Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and I am back with BTS, and this is called 0 o'clock. Interesting title. I have not heard this song before, but I have done a number of reactions to BTS. I will put a link in the description to my playlist for them if you want to see all of my reactions in one place. Also, I'll put a link to their channel so you can go there and subscribe and like and comment and support the artist. I really do encourage you to do that. At the very least, hit that subscribe button. It does help a lot. Sometimes people skip it, but it's very important. I hope you'll subscribe here too. Thank you very much to those who have taken the time to push that button. It doesn't hurt at all. Thank you also to those who have shared videos, liked videos, commented, sent information. I read all of your original messages and answer as many as I can. If you send a message on a message, I probably won't see it. It doesn't come up anywhere in my feed or email, so I won't know it's there. And I can't check through a couple thousand videos every day to see if there's new messages on messages. So just be aware, if you want me to see it for sure, send an original message. Also in the description, there's a way to bump up your requests and get them a lot quicker than on the regular list. The regular list is just super long because there are so many requests, so it'll take many months for me to get to yours. If you want it quickly, use one of the donation methods. Let me know what you want me to react to, of course. And if you have a shout out name you prefer, let me know that too. Sometimes sending a link can help, especially if the same artist has done the same song multiple times. In other words, there's several videos on YouTube. Sending me a link to the specific one that you want can be helpful as well. Of course, if they're all fantastic, then it doesn't matter, does it? All right, let's have a listen to BTS and 0 o'clock.
그런 날 있잖아 이유 없이 슬픈 날 몸은 무겁고 앞을 본 모두 다 바쁠 것이 열해 보이는 날 발걸음이 떨어지질 않아 벌써 늦은 것 같은데 말이야 온 세상이 날 믿네 야 곳곳을 쿡거리는 과속 방지턱 마음은 구겨지고 말은 자꾸 없어져 도대체 왜 나 열심히 뛰었는데 왜 내게 왜
Beautiful vocals so far, as always, from BTS. I'm just going to back up a little bit. I won't stop all the time, although the lyrics are quite good. I like what's happening here. A lot of the time we wake up. It doesn't have to be wake up, it could be in the afternoon, but all of a sudden you just start to feel down on yourself, and you look at others and they seem to be succeeding, or they seem to be doing well, or they're laughing, or they're, I don't know, whatever it is. And sometimes when we compare ourselves to others, that pushes us even further down. But it's all happening up here. You know, it's most of it anyway is up in our own minds. And sometimes you have to start I think kind of acknowledge that you're only looking at the ones that are being successful right now. What about start looking at some of the people around you who aren't doing so well, and then you'll see that there's always a mix. And even the ones who look like they're doing well, maybe they're not doing as well as you think. You know, it might look like it on the outside, but you don't really know what's happening on the inside. So yeah, my feet won't set off, though it seems like I'm already too late. I'm hateful for the whole world. You just sometimes feel crappy. Yeah, that just happens. And sometimes you just have to wait to move through it. Sometimes there's not too much you can do. Yeah, there's a few things. Maybe I'll talk about it at the end a little bit. But sometimes you just have to say, okay, it is what it is. One foot in front of the other until I get over this mood that I'm in.
발걸음이 떨어지질 않아 벌써 늦은 것 같은데 말이야 온 세상이 날 믿네 야 곳곳을 쿡거리는 과속 방지턱 마음은 구겨지고 말은 자꾸 없어져 도대체 왜 나 열심히 뛰었는데 왜 내게 왜 집에 와 침대에 누워 생각해봐 내 잘못이었을까 어지러운 밤 문득 시계 봐 곧 12시 뭔가 달라질까 그런 건 아닐 거야 그래도 이 하루가 끝나잖아 저 아침과 분짐이 겹칠 때 세상은 아주 잠깐 숨을 참아 0 o'clock
Yeah.
Ooh, and you're gonna be happy. Ooh, and you're gonna be happy. 막 내려앉은 전원처럼 숨을 쉬자 처음처럼. Ooh, and you're gonna be happy. Ooh, and you're gonna be happy. It's all around. 모든 게 새로운 zero o'clock. 잠시 바짝함이 길어져 쉬운 표정이 현지여져 익숙한 가사 자꾸 잊어 내 맘 같은 게 뭐 하나 없어
Sure, that does happen.
지나간 일들이야 혼자만 해도 참 쉽잖아 Is it my fault? Is it my wrong? 답이 없는 날 메아리만 집에 와 침대에 누워 생각해봐 내 잘못이었을까 어지러운 밤 문득 시계 봐곧 12시 뭔가 달라질까 그런 건 아닐 거야 그래도 이 하루가 끝나잖아 초침과
I'm just going to stop for a minute here. It's a fairly long video. Beautiful song, gorgeous vocals as always, and I like the sentiment too, sort of the 0 o'clock, the midnight, you're heading into a new day. You know, it's going to be okay, it's going to be happy. You get a new start, a fresh start, another chance. I think that's sort of the idea. And I think that's true sometimes, not necessarily exactly at midnight, but when we go to bed, we think, okay, tomorrow's going to be better. Tomorrow we'll wake up and we'll start over. And it's a bit of a relief. I think sometimes that happens at the end of the year as well. A lot of people think in the new year, and that's why everyone makes resolutions and then they fail them a week later. But, but the idea of a fresh start, a new start, it's very intriguing and it can be very, very helpful. And it's true. It doesn't have to happen at midnight. Just start again, start over, try again. I have my L.T.L tutoring t-shirt on today. That's my real job, the one that pays the bills, I hope. And I tutor people of all ages, but a lot of young people as well. And sometimes one of the things that I want them to learn is just keep trying, start over. It doesn't matter. You got 0 out of 100, or you got 10% or 50%. Or just keep going, start over, try again, start fresh.
그런 건 아닐 거야 그래도 이 하루가 끝나잖아 초침과 분침이 겹칠 때 세상은 아주 잠깐 숨을 참아 Zero o'clock Ooh, and you're gonna be happy Ooh, and you're gonna be happy 막 내려앉은 주문처럼 숨을 쉬자 처음처럼 Ooh, and you're gonna be happy Ooh, and you're gonna be happy It's all around 모든 게 새로운 zero o'clock 두 손 모아 기도하네 내일은 좀 더 길을 for me 좀 더 길을 for me 이 노래가 끝이 나면 새 노래가 시작되니 좀 더 행복하기를 Yeah You're gonna be happy And you're gonna be happy 아주 작게 숨을 참고 오늘도 나를 떠나야 And you're gonna be happy
Give yourself a pat. That's a good idea.
It's all around 모든 게 새로운 zero o'clock
Yes, give yourself a pat on the back, if not literally. Uh, you know, if things are feeling really down, sit down for a second, jot down some of the good things in your life. 'Cause sometimes we tend to forget how much good there is out there because we get down on ourselves and we start criticizing ourselves and comparing ourselves to others who we think are doing better than us, even though they might not be, and on and on and on. And it can become a downward spiral. So sometimes just thinking of that new day, that 0 o'clock, midnight, whatever, or the new year, like I talked about, can help to pull us out, but we don't have to wait for that. You can do it at any point in time. If you had a really bad morning, hope you didn't, but if you did, then maybe sit down while you're having your lunch and uh, literally jot down. I mean, you can think about it, but sometimes writing it down helps. Of the good things in your life, you're sitting in the sunshine, it's warm, you have a nice meal for lunch, maybe you have good friends like these guys, you have wonderful children, great parents, amazing grandma or grandpa or whatever it is. There's loads and loads of good things in our life every day: the trees, the flowers, it sounds cliche, but you know what? We need to stop sometimes and think about the great things and the good things that we have, and then we can have a restart in the afternoon. It doesn't have to be midnight. And so, but the sentiment of the song is amazing. Really, really good. Lyrics are great. Performance amazing as always from BTS. At least I think so. If you do too, give it a thumbs up. You can let me know in the comments as well. Of course, you can let me know what you do to refresh yourself, to help yourself to feel okay. Maybe it's just a cup of coffee. Maybe it's just a walk. In the park or wherever, it doesn't matter. Walking is great for me. I walk all the time. I have all my life. And whenever I'm feeling down or stressed or have something to think about, I might be happy too, but I have something to think about, I go for a walk. I don't know, somehow that movement just seems to generate new ideas and thoughts and helps me to memorize things. And I just think it's and it's a little bit of good light exercise. So it's good in so many ways. And getting fresh air too can be very helpful to make you help you to feel happy. And you know what? We got one life. That's it. And as far as we know, anyway, there's been no proof of any other. So try to be happy. I know it's difficult. I feel for people who are depressed. I've been there myself. Was for years. A lot of things didn't work. Some of the things I just mentioned did work, and so it is possible. And that doesn't mean that I'm not down sometimes. I still go there, but there is a way to be happy and to move on. And one of them is to sort of start fresh on the new day, as BTS says here. Okay, enough rambling from me. Have a beautiful day. It is Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Keep listening, keep having fun. Until next time, bye bye for now.